in the
Well,
background.
what are we talking about then? Now you gave all
about
the.
you being confrontational right now, sir.
I am always
That's what we're
confrontational.
talking about right now.
I am always confrontational.
All right, so let's take a breath and then we're gonna continue.
Everybody say. Now we have.
All right, y'all, we back.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
This is Black Everything, as you know. That this is about Black people, Black empowerment, Black unity. I got today joining us as on a regular occasion, my co-host Lamont.
There you go.
And then my other co-host Lynn.
Hey man, you could have kept me out of it.
Hey, so disregard him until it's time, y'all. Don't worry about Lynn right now. He in the mood.
Please.
Anyway,
Baby, please.
Today, y'all, we're going to talk about something that is really not talked about a lot, but should be talked about, and it's called reparations. Yes, and this is the dreaded R word to most white people. Little sister.
You played that. Give me the lighter then.
I didn't play nothing. My phone rang.
I don't care. Give me the lighter.
Oh, you can edit that out.
I'm going to have to. I see I'm going to be forced to do quite a bit of editing out.
Yes, you will.
Come on, man.
All right, y'all. Reparations today in the United States, although it's a difficult subject to talk about because it's been asked for over 200 years, and there's literally to no movement on it, even to this day in 2024. So, well, it's 2025 now, right?
Yeah. Right, but reparations has been discussed since Lincoln freed the slaves.
I said over 200 years.
Yeah, it's a little longer than that, but yeah, okay, I get you. I'm with you. I just want to, because we were talking about today.
It was never real legislation until around 200 or so years ago.
When he said it, it was a legislation, but they never followed. Let you know that this is this ongoing problem. Again, we have to make sure we take care of ourselves. Reparations, we've been offered that, and even now today, even though it's 12 states that are looking to add reparations to give back something, but nothing in this form of what was promised to us. We were promised 40 acres.
And a mule.
Well, but imagine if you had 40 acres now in your family. We talking about generational wealth. If your family, if they really acknowledged it like they were the Jews, and
Please, sir.
I got you. But let me just finish my point.
Yeah, I got you.
I said,
Yeah, right, man. That's why he said it. Right. That's why he said it, because we doing this. Fuck the TV.
I understand.
But let me finish. You give me away.
Please,
let me get away
please
my point.
finish.
So
Please finish.
what we're getting to, it's always been ignored. It's always been ignored, and we never pushed it. But now you're seeing it pop up, but it's nowhere near on the level of where if we got our actually reparations, what it's really worth to African Americans. Y'all pay that to everybody. I don't want to be the dead horse. If you're gonna politic for us and you're gonna do your thing, your leader, push for what we get. We still got to do our thing. There's levels to this shit. But I'm gonna get this back to Greg because I don't want to interrupt the.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm sure there's gonna be more to come as well as him. Can you turn that off for me though?
I got it. Go ahead.
You absolutely need it. So we gonna talk more first. We are gonna get into the more broader aspects of reparations that Lamont was just discussing. Right now, though, we're gonna talk to just a little more localized. Some of the different cities that so far have made some kind of initiative, y'all. So I'm gonna give you a couple of places. Evanston, Illinois. So it looks like in 2021, Evanston became the first U.S. city to implement a reparations program, providing housing grants to Black residents who suffer from discrimination housing practices. So I do want to commend that effort. But as you heard my friend say, it's far overdue, and I don't really believe this is enough.
Right. Well, because
wait.
No, I do. I won't lean.
Let's start back at the beginning when we first started.
No. We can't do that.
I want to stay right here. We want.
So you can talk about legislation. You can talk about legislation, but I can't say a word about it.
What you want.
Go ahead.
But we want to stay where we are right now.
Go ahead.
With Ellison, what I was going to say, even with that, Don't that sound like the same thing that they had when they was Section 8 and food stamps?
That's basically what it is.
That's all
That's
it
why I
is.
say it's
That's
just a
what it
piss in the
is.
face.
Right.
It's not nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
And for them to defend it as we giving back reparations.
A point about food stamps and that. I just want to interject this. Listen, when food stamps and all these programs and assistance programs came out, it was not designed for black people. They designed this for whites. They wanted them to get a leg up. We fell into the cracks because we were so economically disadvantaged, so we were just as poor as some of the poor whites. But that's what they wrote it for. They did not write it or intend it for us. Once we got into it, and I'll make it short, once we got into it, they said, well, you know what? We're going to start making this and that. This and that was the projects. They start segregating them.
Right. That's exactly what.
That's what I had to say. Now,
that is basically what this basically seems like. That they just trying to they just trying to put us into like another little box and say that they helped us. But moving on to the next one, something a little more closer to home for us is St. Louis, Missouri, which is next up. In 2024, the city's Reparations Commission released a detailed plan recommending cash payments and policy reforms for Black residents impacted by systematic injustices.
Can you extrapolate on the policies so I can understand it? Because I didn't understand all of it.
Well, tell us.
So, long story short, y'all, St. Louis decided to hire this so-called commission, Reparations Commission,
Right,
to provide them with an evaluation of the city. So this was about a 2-year project.
Teach, bro.
And in the 2-year through the 2-year project, and after it was concluded, which was back in May of last year, they concluded that not only was we due probably like some type of monetary amount, but more than that, they said, dude, your whole city fucked up, basically. They say racism is so rampant and so intricated into every aspect of your city, sir. Y'all should just tear the whole system down, the whole law system, and just redo it. That's basically essentially what they said. Now, y'all can go look it up, y'all, online. It was like I think it was like 100-page report.
Right, and what he's saying is the report is an actual report. But that kind of bends on
recommendation. It was a recommendation.
But don't kind of bends on what we've been talking about when I talk about a lot of these politicians as far as policies, they just follow the same old shit. They don't really, only time we see these motherfuckers is when they got a placard in front of your house. You know,
exactly.
They don't serve us, and so we gotta lead us. This reparation thing is something that was you had written in legislator. Abraham Lincoln, 40 acres and a motherfucking mule. Give us what's based on that.
Do we have legislation seriously anywhere? Just got
40 acres and a mule. That
he asked a good question. Let me answer that.
You know, I was answering it.
There is officially no written legislation on reparations.
That's what I'm getting to.
Why are we talking?
That's all I'm asking.
I'm gonna pull it up. Y'all keep talking.
Okay. Now he's going to Google it or whatever they do now to find it and pull it up. Okay. My thing is about that is that I've heard about it. And it's like some of the old jokes and fairy tales that you say, you know, you Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and all that. Reparations gonna come up. It's just fantasy.
A fable.
That's all it is, man. That's all it is. I've been around for 76 years, and listen, the only time that we get something is somebody has to die for it. We fight for it. We get it, and then they changed the laws again. Now how long have we fought for women and equality and stuff, and then they just voted. What was that? Roe versus who down?
Right.
And
Roe versus Wade.
then they finally got a chance to vote it out. Here we go, y'all. We got you now. This is the same villainous person and system that we've been living in forever, man. It ain't changed much.
Ain't changed much.
Hey, we thought we was doing something. We got a black president. Yep. What you got was a hiccup.
Well, look,
For a while.
While Lamont over there Googling in his Google, I'm gonna tell the other cities that did similar things. So, San Francisco, California. I've been there, y'all. It's a nice place. I wouldn't recommend living there, but
cost of living high in the mug out there now.
Man.
Hey.
Proposals in San. Notice everything starts with a proposal.
That's what I'm saying. They ain't said law that didn't affect it. We are proposing that we gonna do this shit. We are thinking about doing this shit. We just gonna put it on paper, but we proposing that somewhere along the line we gonna do this. Keep proposing. Shit. Proposal where?
That's amazing that I
See,
keep seeing that.
Look how quick you caught on to it.
Right.
You catching on to it.
I've been understood this and I've been acknowledged it, and that's why I wanted to do this subject today. So, any rate, they have a I can't even say proposal now.
Yes, the government has a proposal.
Proposal in San Francisco includes significant cash payments to eligible black residents through debates over funding and implementation continue. Well, what do you think?
The same old fantasy island.
And finally,
the plane.
And finally,
you jack.
Let's just talk about California, the state itself. They established a reparations task force. Ooh, I wonder if they got fancy shoes.
Listen, man.
Right, in 2020 to explore reparative, like reparations, but measures for African Americans in the state. The task force released a comprehensive report in 2023 recommending cash payments, policy reforms, and public apologies.
Hey man, listen. I understand what you're saying, and it sounds all good. But reality has set in again. They've had another one of them vicious forest fires out there. People have lost homes, lives, and all kinds of things.
Go out to all those people.
Yeah, my prayers go out to all of them too.
Them fires.
But in the real world, what's going to happen is those people that lost all that stuff are going to be repaired or paid for or helped, and it's going to be a long way down the line before they really sit down and start talking about reparations to the minorities again. That they got other issues out there, so let's get to the real world issues. Let's get to some stuff.
No, this a whole subject though.
Yeah, it is. Okay. It's a whole subject. And
whenever Lamont decided to join us,
I'm sorry about that, you all. It took a while to put it. The 40 acres and something is when Lincoln freed the slaves, and this is the president. So when he puts it out there like that, you can call it proposal, legislation, but that shit is still in the record books. That was something we were supposed to receive. The legislation and the way this country went about, at that time, we were still damn slaves. And after that, we've been still slaves. It changed our mentalities, all of that. So whatever was promised, we weren't the first people they promised something to. They took this shit.
They did it to the Native American, the indigenous people.
So it's nothing new. But the fact that I guess you want to put lipstick on the pig and say, now we're going to do something for the niggas.
This is for my niggas.
Lipstick on the pig. God, I ain't heard that in so long.
Holocaust happened in Germany, but they made sure all of these people got rich.
Damn. I mean, I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but I imagine.
No, what I'm saying is the Germans did this, and they paid some, but we and I love the Jews. This ain't a disrespect, but if you all had Holocaust and you all looked at it that way, and nobody ever looked at what we had to endure just to be here. Yeah. But right now, I better be careful driving down the street. You know, so come on, man. All of this shit is the roots that come from that. So when you talk about reparations today, the fact that you're willing to address it some, and I hope some good come out of it, but there's still just the same old welfare shit you had before. That thing ain't talking only for the few people in the city of St. Louis, and believe me, everybody ain't gonna benefit from it.
No. So let me introduce what bills were proposed. And this is on the federal level. They had this bill called H.R. 40. This bill is to create a commission to study and develop reparations proposals.
See, there it is. You started with that same word.
Let me finish.
Tell me what the bill is.
But I was going to say the same thing. Go ahead. As you said.
I understand, but that's the subject.
Let him
go. Sorry, man.
No, it ain't you. You put me on it. Go ahead.
No, but you got this is the subject, so I have to say what happens. You know what I mean? I'm giving everybody
the facts.
Giving our 316 subscribers the news.
The facts at that.
Black
what
news
really happened
from niggas.
Proposed.
So
I'm sorry. I mean, come on, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It was introduced repeatedly. Unfortunately, everybody, it is yet to pass. So these people that are arguing against it says that there is essential. They do believe it's essential for addressing national racial disparities, but they concerned about how much it's gonna cost.
What's new about that?
And that's what keep holding up the implementation, y'all.
And it's just 2024 we talking about reparations on a little level.
What's the gross national product? Aren't we a couple trillion in debt?
I mean, as far as what they owe us, that's what we.
No, I'm just talking about for America. I'm talking about this for
how much they in debt. I'm talking about how much they owe me.
Right. I mean, that's how you all manage the books and how it's been managed and all of that shit. That ain't the main focus of this conversation.
Hey, look, we ain't no bookkeepers, okay? We don't care how much you in debt, pimp. If you owe us, you owe us.
And so
run that
reparations, and then now 2000, and you know,
this is just funny. Go
it's
ahead.
all political with how they doing it in the city and all these other little locations. It's you know, here, let me paint this on this motherfucker right here. And don't say they ain't do nothing. We showed you that we done painted this pig, got lipstick on it. Be happy, motherfucker. And you know, and then all them Karens and all them other strange ass light skinned people. Y'all gonna say nigga, gonna see what I'm saying? Y'all same old shit.
To investigate this shit.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what we gonna do. We gonna form another subcommittee, and this committee gonna be in the Congress, the Senate, and the representatives gonna do it. And then we gonna do the favorite thing again. We gonna propose that we go about and write this situation. We gonna propose that we gonna write this legislation.
What do you
propose?
What do you propose? We propose next.
That's all we gonna do.
And that's probably a real ass committee.
Come on, be real about this, y'all. This
is the committee of proposals, y'all.
That's
the
all
Federal Committee of Proposals.
We're gonna get you another proposal.
We don't actually put laws into effect. We do the important things.
Propose.
Like proposals.
That's a real shit.
I'm just saying, that's what it seems to be.
Is.
Well, some of the critics, tell me how valid y'all think this is against the reparations. They's like, well, it's gonna be real hard to gauge the eligibility. You first, Mark.
Well, they need to let me and you be the department for that. Well, let me tell you what.
Got the background.
Well, no,
hey, I rather give a job to y'all than anybody. I
was talking about legal background, but no.
Actually, do it ain't got to be legal, but you're saying in regards to how much y'all need to pay based on how long we've been here and how bad y'all treated us. Believe me, if I work with this man about a month, we can come up with some numbers. You know, you just got to make sure, you know, we have that generational wealth. We built this country. We deserve what we're supposed to have. And I don't, with our black empowerment, we don't even push that. We push about us doing stuff for us to make it better. But the books is the books. We didn't decide to have a reparations debate. You all said that let's try to do something good for the niggas.
All right.
That's why we had.
So then
what you doing, bro?
My cigar, I thought it fell on the ground. It fell in the tree.
Yeah. So leave that motherfucker.
No, damn. I would like to put it out. Oh, let me put it back in there with that paper before it started fire.
Put it out on my bad, big bro. My bad.
Okay.
We.
So what do you think about eligibility, Lynn? What you think as that being a proponent against reparations? Like they're essentially saying it'd be impossible to know who's
really actually eligible. Right.
What I think about it is truly just another joke. If we seriously think about it, we need to do something to improve the black situation. We need to do something to improve.
With reparations out?
That's just pie in the sky.
I totally agree, dog.
That's all it is. It's a nice topic for conversation, but reality has to set in. We have to do something mentally, physically, to improve our economic status in the world and in America. We have to empower ourselves and be serious about that now. We have to start.
Big bro.
We have to start our own business and teach our people. And I don't know, is it right to say it or wrong to say it, but we need to practice some segregation ourselves. Let's start dealing with black lawyers, black dentists, black congressmen, black construction people. Let's deal with each other first and treat each other as people who we are. And love each other first before we start going out here trying to change the world. Let's change us.
Well, that'll change the world. That will change the world.
Black unity, bro.
It's just about empowerment.
That's what we about, y'all. Black unity.
And you all know it. We do this on the red. Reparations. We picking subjects that are current, that need to be talked about, and giving it some context.
Hey, give it 5 minutes on that because we finna cut.
Okay, all right. Did I get 5 minutes?
No, the L.
Oh, no,
the blunt. Yeah, hold off the lighting because we finna cut.
Okay, all right.
Well, I feel like instead of looking like you said, instead of looking at it from the scope of y'all owe us, I think we should just approach it more of in a art of war type of way. Like, we know our enemy, so instead of engaging with them, we just go get bigger, and at some point we gonna end up being so intimidating to them they may be willing to negotiate with us.
That's a very true point. That's exactly happening.
Very good. Well said.
What's your podcast talking about?
Black everything. Black everything. Black everything.